Alright, what is up everybody? This is Matt 10 with another episode of Fleetwood Town. That's all. Hey, so real quick, just wanted to admit something. I restarted this career mode. So instead of playing Wickham, we're playing Torquay United. Now, I've got a good reason, just realism sense. It just didn't make sense to use Ivy Lane as the pitch. Unfortunately, FIFA 14, you can't change your stadium. So what happens when I get Fleetwood Town to be super huge and play like Manchester United or something? They're still going to be using this pitch, which I guess is fine, better than Ivy Lane, honestly. So in real life, you know, Fleetwood Town not very big. So hopefully that's cool with everybody. Right away, Schumacher in the middle, Brown right behind him. We've got Sarcevic up front, as well as Matt with him, and then you've got Hughes on the left and Evans on the right. So looking like a pretty strong team right out of the gates, opening the season up. I don't know much about Torquay United, so I don't really have much to comment on them. But early on, actually not that early, 23 minutes in, this honestly, guys, was a pretty boring match. I'm not gonna lie, but boring is usually works in my favor because I like simulation play, and simulation play is, you know, can be boring at times, especially when you're seeing two pretty, you know, lower league teams. It's not going to be glitz and glamour. It's going to be more about mistakes, and that's what we saw here. Then we took advantage. Hughes right away. How about that to start the season off? I will take that every day. That was awesome, and that was a product of bad passing around the back. I don't know what Torquay United are thinking or what they're doing. I will say this was without any PC config files. It was with my legendary sliders. So I'm going to change a little bit in the decision making of the computer's process just to be less playing it out of the back and more clearing the ball. They did that a little bit more later on in the game. Here's Matt kissing the outside of the post with a great shot there. Another error by the Torquay United defender there. And we had another opportunity here. Matt couldn't get on the end of that one, but Evans running onto it, well defended, and then Sarcevic poked it in almost, but it was well blocked by the keeper poke. Halftime, Fleetwood Town 1, Torquay United 0. Here's the shots, or actually shots on target are 2-1, not very eventful, like I said. Tackles are 9-9 though. So overall, you know, pretty strong game by Fleetwood, but Torquay United is not, you know, going to let them down easy. And Benyon here has an opportunity, kind of racing through the defense. Mozika trying to find a teammate, but it's well defended. And the visitors wouldn't let up. This time, Chappell goes around. A great kind of blocking off there. Cresswell, the victim, of course, or causing Benyon to be the victim. And then Benyon here has a shot over the top, unfortunately, for the visitors. And that's honestly all the real chances they had. And here, Fleetwood Town going on the attack. Schumacher trying to drill a ball in, reaching nobody. Cameron here decides to play it out again, and there you go. You know, another opportunity. This time Sarcevic with a real nice shot. But then Poke, just equally nice with a really beautiful save there. It was on Sarcevic's weaker foot, his left leg. Taylor here made a nice sweeping defense play with the slide, and getting his shirt tugged, no big deal. He's got the pace somehow to get around, to get through to the defense, but then Cruz is there again. Cruz tries to back into him, and again, Taylor gets it this time. Taylor's going to find Sarcevic somehow, collects himself, and puts the home team ahead 2-0 for Fleetwood Town. Just an excellent play by the right back, Taylor. Just pure grit and determination. Sorry about this little bump here, but excellent play there overall. That was the 90th minute then, and that's honestly all that was left to be said. Fleetwood Town opens their season 1-0. One win. How about that? Not bad for the debut of Matt 10 and all, right? So As we look at the stats, 46%, you know, the Turkey United definitely tried to come back, but, you know, it was a little too late in the end. Plenty of shots for both sides, not as many fouls, not as very physical, or in FIFA terms, not as physical. This was, again, without a config file, so the next game that I'll be showing is going to have a config file, and that next game is going to be against Doncaster Rovers in the Capital One Cup. Now, Doncaster Rovers, they're actually a team, if you think about the Premiership, that's the highest level in English football. Then you've got the Championship, I believe, is, and then you've got the next league, and this is where Doncaster's in. And so, you know, pretty significant skill level, as you can tell by the stadium they're in. It's pretty big compared to Highbury Stadium that Fleetwood Town are in. So some pretty big names as well that are being brought into the side for Doncaster. You've got the likes of Federico Macheda, Ross Turnbull from Chelsea, you know, and then Painter there at the top along with Macheda. James Harper, of course, pretty hard-nosed midfielder, still fairly creative as well. I got Fat John Parkins starting this match. Nathan Tyson, that is, with alongside him, speedy forward. I got Murdoch instead of Schumacher because Schumacher is definitely a little fatigued. Brown is always the anchor man. I don't think he will ever get tired, honestly. Early on, Fleetwood here, Fat John Parkin trying to find Murdoch, finds him. And Ball here is on the right, taking the place of Evans. Really nice shot there. Equally nice save as well by Ross Turnbull. That was headed into the left bottom corner, but it was also at a nice height for the keeper. Eventually, Doncaster woke up and took control of the match. Yun Suk Young here. Ball not quite clearing the ball as he would have wanted. Painter here takes a nice little touch. Bennett finds Furman. Furman, this is actually a great save by Davies, and that goal's not going to count as Harper was well offside. But look at this save by Davies initially. Barely touched it, hits the crossbar, and the visitors avoid an early deficit. Unfortunately, their luck would not last as Furman plays it in to Harper. He's creative, mind you. Plays a perfectly placed ball there for Painter, who finishes it and slots it into the back of the net for the home side. Doncaster Rovers up 1-0 against Fleetwood Town. Matt 10 experiences his first conceded goal of the season, if you didn't count preseason, that is. An excellent run. Cresswell a little too tight to his man, just not staying with him either. A couple minutes later, it was the home side again. This time Macheda trying to get on it. Gets it off to Furman. Furman with just incredible decision there. Finds Macheda, who easily slots the ball into the back of the net. That's already 2-0 in the span of 3 minutes. It's not looking good for Fleetwood Town already. 45th minute here, we're reaching halftime, and that'll be the first half for you. The visitors are down 2-0. Federico Macheda in the 41st minute, Painter in the 36th minute. And there's definitely an imbalance of possession. Doncaster Rovers 61%, Fleetwood Town 39%. And then here is Tyson making a good play, and Murdoch being a little theatrical with his dive there, but it's going to result in James Harper to get the yellow card. The Doncaster captain sure did extend his leg a little bit longer than he should have. And here we'll see the replay. Just a little nibble there on his Achilles heel. Murdoch seemed to make the most out of it. Here we missed a recording, I apologize, but we got conceded another goal. Painter with the penalty kick. Brown tried to test Turnbull. That was no test whatsoever. Comfortable save. 73rd minute, Coppinger down the right or left-hand side. Nice ball into Macheda. Macheda finds Furman, back to Coppinger. Look at this ball here. What a cross this is. And finds the head of Painter. That's his hat trick, ladies and gentlemen. Just an excellent showing, and what a great cross that was to find Painter in the back post. Fleetwood Town already asking for the whistle, down 4-0. Shortly afterwards, about 5 minutes later, it's that man Coppinger again. Coppinger finds Harper. Harper again with a brilliant ball. Machado with a heavy second touch, but was able to find in the back of the net still. So as you can tell, guys, we're definitely getting beat on these just perfectly placed balls. I'll let you know I did use a config file on this one. It was just a test. Seemed to play out well. Not as many fouls as I would like, but as you can tell, my sliders combined with playing a good team like Doncaster, I mean, I'm going to get my work cut out for me this season. Anybody who's just remotely close to Doncaster is going to take care of Fleetwood Town. I also was pretty aggressive on some defensive plays, so it could be more me than anything. But here Harper has a shot. Brown is a substitute. Good save, and then a pretty ridiculous goal, honestly. Kicks it off the keeper's legs and bounces into the back of the net. Just bad luck for the visitors. Just a joyous time for the home side Doncaster Rovers. 6-0. You can kiss the Capital One Cup short appearance goodbye for Fleetwood Town. And that's enough times we don't need to see that replay anymore. But it's 6-0. Here Turnbull just has to clear the ball away. Decides to throw it up to Harper, who finds Furman, who's basically untouched. Brown, are they going to get another shot here? Machado here on the left-hand side. There's some players up there with them. Nope. Referee hands a little mercy in the way of Fleetwood Town as they lose 6-0 against Doncaster. Machado with 2, Painter with the hat trick, and then Brown to finish it off for the visitors. Manager Matt 10 is going to have to think about what to do, if it was the personnel or is it just a better team. But as you can tell, possession still 63-37. Tackles pretty significant for Fleetwood Town, being in there in the right place at the right time. However, it just wasn't enough today. If we look at anybody who had decent player ratings, Tyson had 6.6. But then you got Davies there in goal, who had a 7.6. He made some pretty incredible saves. Could have been a lot more. If we get into double digits, I might have just quit this career mode, honestly. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, guys, I again apologize for the restart on it. For those of you that were watching, I did want to play Wickham. I was pretty excited. I'd done some scouting myself. But either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you need me to improve on. I wanted to apologize for my mic quality. I will be improving that shortly. Just need to get the right elements into place. But as always, guys, I appreciate it, and take care and stay tuned.